Let's get started. It always sounds so silent when I turn the mute everybody. It gets so quiet for me. You guys probably have your stuff going and your music on and all of that. So for you, it's not so bad. All right. So what will tonight bring? So on the eve of our first major snowstorm coming our way, which is kind of exciting actually, because Randy and I look at each other and say, oh my God, we might be able to go out and use our snowshoes for the first time in 3 years probably. We have to dust them off for sure. So we're hoping that we get totally dumped on so we can totally go out on Friday and have ourselves a nice snowshoe. I think I've told you guys this in the past, that we literally go to a park. Ramapo Reservation is really close to us. And because Randy knows the trails so well, we literally put on our snowshoes and say, let's go that way, because you can't even really follow the trails because of the snow. And we just make our way. We try to climb up as the biggest mountains we can find to see if we can actually make it up in our snowshoes. And if you've never used snowshoes before, they kind of have a little claw on the bottom, and that claw kind of helps you get through the snow, but it also disperses the snow. But if you're looking for an intense workout, deep snow with snowshoes is really an awesome workout. It will jack the heart rate up. You really have to use your legs, your glutes, your everything. We actually use poles with our snowshoes so that we give ourselves a little bit of stability. And then one of the other things that we do just to kind of keep ourselves comfortable is we also wear gaiters, high ones that kind of keep the snow out of your shoes and your boots. I just wear a pair of waterproof hiking boots, and those work really well. They strap into the snowshoe really well. So it's really fun. You heat up pretty quickly, and if it's a bright sunny day, it's really nice to get out. You can get yourself actually a pretty nice sunburn on your face because of all the reflection off of the snow. So we're hoping that we get a big dump. All right, so tonight, I called this one the 2-minute drill. And this, we're going to do our main set in the middle of this workout is going to be 6 2-minute efforts that are going to really kind of have you touching upon a lot of different elements in that 2 minutes. So we'll just wait to get there to give you the walkthrough of what that's going to look like. But we're going to do 6 of those back to back to back. That'll be your main set. And then we're going to do some other shorter efforts just to kind of get the legs going, get them ready for those 6 2-minute efforts. And then afterwards, we'll flush the legs out a little bit from that segment, and then finish up with a segment that looks similar to what we're going to do in the beginning. So a little bit of everything tonight. Going to mix it up, keep you honest, keep you occupied, get you ready for getting your shovel going. I have to admit, the other day I was sitting in my office, and my window here actually connects to the driveway of our neighbors. All of a sudden I heard this next door. I was like, what the heck? Look out the window, and our next door neighbor, Calvin, starting up his snowblower, making sure it's working. So he was getting ready. which is good. We don't have a snowblower. Randy Miller is our snowblower. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do 30 seconds of all out with 30 seconds easy. A little different gearing for this one. I want you to get into your big ring. That's your left hand. And down to your 15. Whereas where we typically go to start off, you should see at least 3 rings underneath your chain. You're going to give me 30 seconds as hard as you can go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's feel the legs start to come to life. Feel the heart and lungs starting to work. Maybe feel the sweating process starting. If you're feeling a little bit burn in those legs, that's what we want. 3, 2, shifting up 2 easier gears. Keeping the cadence kind of high. You're going to hold this here for 30 seconds. Now is when the legs might really start to feel it. Shifting 2 more easier gears and picking that cadence up even more. 30 more seconds. Can hear you breathing. That's a good thing. 3, 2, small ring, easy gear for 30 seconds. Then we're going to do that again. A little different. I don't think we've ever done one like that as a warm-up. Remember, have your towel, your fan, and your water available. All right, back to that big ring. Back down to that 15. 3, 2, 1. Seated. 30 seconds hard. Whatever you can manage in that gear. A little harder gear than you might like. Feel your core being used. 2 easier gears. Increasing that cadence. You might have been in 60. Now maybe you're at 70, 75. Light on your feet. Two easier gears. Now really bring up the cadence. Should be at least to 90 by now. Hold that for 30. Still in the upper body. Just the legs are working. 3, 2, small ring, easiest gear. 30 seconds easy. Take a sip, a drink of water if you need it. And again, you know the drill. Finish that bottle by the end of the night. All right, last effort. Down to that 15 again. 3, 2, go for it. It's going to be a little shorter effort this time. 15, 2 easier gears. Back up to that 70, 75 cadence. 2 easier gears. 80 to 90 cadence. Three, two, nice easy gear. Let's spin it out. All right, 1 minute easy. Take a drink. Get ready for our next effort. So what I want to have happen in this next effort is I want you to really pay attention to where your heart rate is, where your effort level is. This is a 5-minute effort. I want you to keep yourself in that endurance zone, that zone 3 or around 7 on the RPE scale. You're going to get in this. We're going to do 5 1-minute efforts, but at the top of each 1-minute effort, we're going to shift to an easier gear and spin our legs to 120 cadence, or the highest cadence you can hold, for 15 seconds. And then we're going to settle back in to that nice, comfortable 90 cadence right around our zone 3. So this is going to be hard because your heart rate's going to jack up at that 120, but we want you to bring it back down as soon as you can. So that'll be getting into the right gear. So again, gearing that I give you is a suggestion. You may make any changes to put yourself where you need to be. So let's go to small ring, which you're already in, down to your 15. That's the gear that you just did this previous one in. It's going to be 90 cadence. If you feel like you need one gear easier or even a gear harder, you may go there. 3, 2, 1. Try to stay in that zone 3, keeping that cadence at 90. So let me settle myself into, I actually went to one easier gear. I'm at 90 right now, and I'm right where I need to be in terms of my zone power. I'm settled in. In 15 seconds, we're gonna all increase our cadences to 120, but you're going to go up 3 easier gears. 3, 2, 1. 2 to 3 easier gears. 120. Let's go. Remember, if you go to too easy of a gear, then you're probably going to be bouncing. 3, 2, 1. Shift back down to where you came from. Settle back into that 90. Settle back into that zone. I know this is a tough one. You have to dial it in. Play with the effort level. See how it feels. You should be able to talk to me right now if you're in the right zone. This is just a short 5-minute effort. Then we get to our main set. Shifting up. 2 easier gears. 120. Let's go. Really fast legs. Get tall in the torso. Feel that belly button getting pulled in. 3, 2. Back down. Those 2 gears. Settle back into 90. Feel the body really getting warmed up now. If you're using heart rate, pay attention to how quickly the heart can come down after those 15 seconds. 2.5 minutes in. Holding on to it. Right at 90. 2 easier gears. 3, 2, 120. Let's go. Tall in your torso. Little bend in those elbows. Fast legs, fast legs. 3, 2. Back to the right gear again. Right back to 90. Settle into the effort level that you know is the right one. A zone 3. Shouldn't be super hard right now. Should be at a place where you can manage this. Because the next effort, you're going to go a little harder for that 6 by 2 minute block. So save your energy now for then. 2 easier gears. And up to that 120. Let's go. Really spin it. Feel the lightness in your legs. Shifting down 2 harder gears. Last minute of this effort. Settle right back into that 90 cadence. It should start to be second nature to you now. Find your comfort place. Where do your hands feel the best? On the hoods, on the drops, not so much. Right on that corner or on the deck. 2 easy gears. Last 120. Let's go. Hit it hard. Get the legs spinning fast. 3, 2, 1. Nice easy gear. All right, good job. All right, on to our main set. So this one is going to require patience, but yet I want you to push yourself a little bit. Each one is 2 minutes long. So I want you to really force yourself to go hard in the whole 2 minutes. So this is what it'll look like. 1 minute. I'm going to give you a really wide range of cadence. 80 to 100. In your small ring, 15. You don't have to go there yet. But here's what I want you to be doing in that minute. I want you touching upon zone 4. So that means that you're probably only going to be able to say 1 or 2 words to me if I ask you to talk. Then we're going to do 30 seconds seated in your big ring 14. That gear is going to dictate the cadence. Then we're going to do 20 seconds in 2 easier gears and as fast as the legs can spin. And then with 10 seconds out of the saddle, going for it. So these will go very fast because of the time. All right, so find to start off. Of course, as you know, I'll walk you through it all. The first one, let it kind of settle in. Allow yourself to get where you need to go. Again, if that 15 is too much, then you may shift up to your 16 or 17. 80 to 100. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I want you really pushing yourself on this one. Getting yourself into that zone where you're only talking with 1 or 2 words. This is going to push you. Hold that place. If you found the right cadence, and if it's 90, which is right where I am, that's a good place. Think about your form here. Legs are going to start to burn. When I count it down, shift into your big ring. 3, 2, 1. One harder gear. Grind through this for 30 seconds. So you should be in your big ring. 14. Whatever cadence you can manage. I'm at 57. A little bit of strength. 3 easier gears. Give me the hardest cadence. The highest cadence you can hold. Push it here. Feeling the heart rate coming up. Down in your drops. 3, 2, 10 seconds out of the saddle. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Small ring. Easy gear. 1 down. 1 minute easy. Take a drink. So that was the first one. You got to figure it all out on that one. So the next one, you're going to gauge the effort. So you can see what happens there. That lower cadence really starts to bog the legs down. Then you try to get the leg speed back in 20 seconds. And then you're going for the line in that last 10. All right. 10 more seconds. Then you're going to find that small ring. 15 again. Find a gear. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 80 to 100. 1 minute. Get to zone 4. Really push yourself here. Feel the heart rate coming up. Hopefully you're able to get enough recovery with 1 minute. Be consistent with these. These are really good because they're building that sweet spot, or right at the bottom of that zone 4. Now you're going to go big ring. 14. 1 gear harder in the back. Big ring in the front. Push through this. Ouch. The legs aren't happy. They're building strength here. When I count it down, you're going to 2 easier gears or 3. 3, 2, 1. Increase the cadence. Just 20 seconds. Down in your drops. 3, 2, out of the saddle. Let's go. Hit it hard. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. Nice and easy. Take a drink. Two down. Woo. These are tough. the recovery. Use it. Don't put yourself in too hard of a gear or spin those legs too hard. You can see how you really need to recover after these. If you're using heart rate, pay attention to how quickly your heart rate's coming down. All right, this third one, it's normally a good one because the body's really starting to know what to do. Small ring, 15, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute here. 80 to 100 cadence. If you're smack on at 90, that's perfect. That's right where I am. Keep the legs moving. Feel the upward part of this stroke. Don't just be pushing into the pedals. Think about your pedal stroke. Be smooth. Keeping that upper body still. Keep the legs moving. 3, 2, big ring. 1 gear harder. Now the tough part. If you think light, the legs will go a little faster. If you're pushing into the pedals, you're making it harder on yourself. When I count it down, you're going to go 2 or 3 easier gears. 3, 2, 1. Pick up the cadence. Hold on to it. Down in your drops. 3, 2, out of the saddle. Let's go. Heads are up. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. 3 down. Woo! Nice job, guys. Take a drink. All right, you're at the halfway point. Halfway through the workout. Halfway through the efforts. Now these last 3 should really just go very smoothly. Because you now know what to do. You now know how to make it work. All right. Back down to that 15. 3, 2, 1. Back to that cadence. Small ring. 15. 80 to 100. Try your hardest to get to 90. Concentrate only on one thing. If it's just to make your legs light or your feet light, then make that the thing. Keep pedaling. Almost to the minute. When I count it down, it's big ring. 1 gear harder. 3, 2, 1. Big ring. 1 gear harder. Try not to do this on this one. That's the tendency. because it's such a hard gear. Use your core. When you hold your core, it lets the glutes and the hamstrings work. 3, 2, 1 or 2 gears, 2 to 3 gears harder, easier, sorry. Increasing that cadence. Leg speed, leg speed. Down in your drops. Let's go. Out of the saddle. Pushing for power. 3, 2, 1. Easy gear. Small ring. 4 down. 2 to go. Woo. Nice job. Should be halfway done with your bottle. Might need to turn your fan up at this point. You have the routine down to a science now. Keep it constant and consistent. The first gear, as you know, is your small ring 15. 3, 2, shifting down. Here we go, 1 minute, 80 to 100. Number 5, out of 6. Find that good cadence. And your pedal stroke, just think about the upward part, nothing else. But that doesn't mean pointing your toes to get there. That means keeping your feet flat. When I count it down, 1 gear harder in the back, big ring in the front. 3, 2, 1. Cadence slows. Again, light. Always thinking light. Allow the strongest muscles to work for you here. 3, 2, 1. 2 or 3 easier gears. Increase the cadence. When I count it down in your drops, 10, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds hard. Out of the saddle. That one went fast. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Last one. Coming your way. Woo, you never thought that set was going to be over. Now everybody's going to want to open their windows. Leo and Donna are going to open the garage door. Need some breeze. You have a remote control on your fan. It's really nice because you could turn it up. So whenever you buy another fan, if you do, they do come with ones that have a remote. Something to think about. All right, you know the drill. Last one. Small ring. 15. 1 minute. 80 to 100 cadence. Let's make this the best one in this set. Let's go. Settle right back in to where you've been from the beginning. Same kind of power, same kind of heart rate, same cadence. Work on body position as always. Now is when the shoulders come up. Keep the bend in the elbow. You know the drill. When I count it down, you're going to go big ring, 1 gear harder. 3, 2, 1. Big ring, 1 gear harder. Convince yourself you have a little bit left in those legs. Last hard effort like this. 3, 2, 2 or 3. Easier gears. Pick up the cadence. 20 seconds. Make that last 10-second sprint. All out. 3, 2, down your drops, let's go. 3, 2, woo, 1. Nice. You're gonna get a nice 2-minute break on that one. Good job, guys. Take a big gulp on that one. Settle into a cadence where the legs aren't even working anymore so that they can recover. Pay attention now, since you're recovering, to what the heart rate's doing if you're wearing a heart rate monitor. So we all know that everybody may have a different max heart rate. That's not a good thing or a bad thing. Some hearts just have the capacity to beat a little faster and a little better. I think I've told you in the past, one of my teammates, her max was 210, which was crazy because her zone 3 was like 175, which is a max for some people. But she went to her cardiologist and no problem. You just have the ability to have a high heart rate. So she worked with it that way. But the way to determine if you're getting fitter is how quickly that heart rate can come down when you get to those higher level zone 4 and zone 5 efforts. So start paying attention to that. All right, here's what our next one is. A little bit of freedom for you here. What I want you to do is we're going to do 1 minute, 4 1-minute efforts with only 15 seconds easy in between each one. Each one of these, I want you to hold the highest cadence that you can hold, but I want you to actually build that. And I'm going to give you 15 seconds. So you might start at 90, which means you might want to be in a little harder gear. Then go to 100, then go to 110, then go to 120. But I want this to be something where your legs are spinning, but where you can still hold that 120 without bouncing. So find the gear. You can go big ring, small ring. It's up to you. It might take you 1 to figure it out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. High cadence. If you're starting at 100, which is where I'm at right now, I may go 105, 110, 120. Keep it going. 15 seconds down. Increase that cadence. I'm now at 110. Building this, building this. 30 seconds down, increase it even more. Now I'm at 115. And the last one, going for it. Really fast legs. 127, 128, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 15 seconds easy. 1 down. 3 more of those to go. 3, 2, 1. Right back to where you were before. I'm going right to 100. That worked well for me. And increase it either by 5. Of course, if you go by 10, it's a little harder on you. Increasing it again. Now is when that core really needs to be engaged. Get tall, take a deep breath. Last 15 seconds. All out. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds easy. 2 more of these to go. I like these little ladders. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm heading right back for 100. Control. 105, picking it up. Or whatever cadence you've selected. Picking it up again. Really light on your feet here. And last 15 seconds. Spinning it, spinning it, spinning it. See if you can get to 130. 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down for 15. 1 more of these. Woo. All right. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Bring that cadence up. Sit right where you were for the first one. And picking it up a little more. Body position. Find that form. 3, 2, and a little bit more. On this last one, I want everybody to shift to 1 harder gear. 3, 2, 1 harder gear. Come on. Get past where you were. 3, 2, 1. Nice, easy gear. Woo. Good job on that. 1 minute easy. Then we have 1 last to go. Then you're done for the night. I knew this workout would go super fast. So much to think about. When the efforts go by quickly, then the time goes by really fast. All right, so this last one, it's going to look identical to the first effort that we did, which was 1 minute at a 90 cadence with your heart rate or zone in around zone 3. And then we increase that cadence to 120 for 5 seconds. We're only going to do that 3 times. And then we're going to be done for the night. So I want you, we were in small ring 15. Some went to your 16. Let's do that again. If you need to shift to an easier gear to hold that 90 cadence where you want to be for that 1 minute effort. Find that gear. 3, 2, 1 minute, 90 cadence. If you need to go easier, you may. Right there, pick that zone 3 effort. Shouldn't be too hard. Should be able to settle right in. It's going to be a full minute here at 90. Then you're actually going to shift to 1 or 2 easier gears to get to that 120. Hold on to that cadence. Don't let the leg speed drop. Almost there. Finding 1 or 2 easier gears. 3, 2, 120. Let's go. Fast legs, fast legs. 3, 2, right back down. No break in between. 1 minute at 90. Right at your zone 3. Settle right back in. It's a good way to finish fast. And a good way to finish without jacking the heart rate too much at the end. Halfway there. 1 minute total. 20 seconds to go. 90 cadence. Zone 3. Coming up on a 15-second burst to 120. 3, 2, 1 easier gear if you want it. 120, 120, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Back down to that gear. Last minute. Right back to 90. Now you know that 120 is jacking up the heart rate a little bit. So this is trying to train the heart how to go hard, recover, and settle in. The last one of the night. You know you got to make this the best one. On this last 15, see if you can get to 120 without shifting. Three, 2, 15 seconds. Come on, leg speed. Fast legs, fast legs, fast legs. 3, 2. Woo-wee. Nice. Easy gear. Spin the legs. Finish up your bottle. Great job tonight, guys. That was not an easy one. That's why I gave it to you on a Tuesday. Because normally, most people, if you rode over the weekend, you might take Monday off or take Monday as a lighter day. And then you come into Tuesday ready to rock and roll. I don't know if any of you guys were able to get out over the weekend, but Sunday was pretty nice. It was cool at times. We rode some gravel. We went down to Rockland Beach, up to Haverstraw and back. And when we got down close to the river, man, it was chilly down there because you're in the shade and we were not in the sun. But I was still in shorts, just had on a vest and arm warmers. And that seemed to work well in terms of wearing the proper clothing. So that's the hard part about the season that we're going into. If any of you are riding outside, I don't know what will happen once the snow comes. But if you're riding outside, make sure that you're wearing layers and try not to have your clothes be super tight. There needs to be some circulation. If you can put on a jacket on the outside or a jersey that has fleecy stuff inside of it, as I call it, if that jersey is just maybe one size bigger, that'll help for having those layers on underneath. If you have a vest or a wind jacket, if the day is really cold, then putting on that kind of shell on the outside will help with the wind. And of course, knee warmers or leg warmers, or even tights over top of some shorts with a chamois. And then, as I mentioned before, our feet and our hands are the hardest part. Just getting the right socks. I tend to wear wool socks in the winter time with some booties. And my gloves are either the lobster claws, the ones that kind of have your fingers like this, which helps circulation. The fingers help circulate the heat to the other fingers. Or I'm wearing something that's a liner and then a glove over top of that. But of course, not so super tight. That tightness really makes it tough.
That'll do it.
All right, we got 2 more minutes just to spin the legs out. And then we will be done. I know tonight went a little longer than normal.
Wow.
That's good. I think we're almost at an hour for the workout. And as you know, this cool down is crucially important to just let the body recover. So right now you should feel like your sweating process is slowing. Your heart rate should be down to zone 2 if you know the heart rates. Or at the bottom of zone 3, just to let the legs spin out. Just as a reminder, next week we will only have a Tuesday session, and then the following week we will only have a Tuesday session. So originally I was gonna kind of skip out on those 2 Tuesdays, but you know what? Let's keep this thing rolling. I don't think there's much going on Tuesdays, so the weekend is really where the holidays fall for most people, so we will keep those sessions in on Tuesdays. And then maybe on the Tuesday before the new year, we might have to have everybody pop their own champagne. We might have to have our own New Year's celebration on that one. So more on that to come. All right, I'm going to stop my watches and I am going to open up the phone lines and get this workout over.